Wow. Welcome, you guys, to the Donovan Sadiq Show. This is a quick thing. A lot of people have been texting me, disappointed, they're upset, all this other stuff. And I don't know if you guys remember me. My name is Donovan Sadiq. I'm known as the Recovering Democrat. I'm also a contributor on the Dimitri K Show, Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join us there. Join the conversation. So people have been contacting me. I'm getting constant texts. I'm getting constant messaging. And people are talking about, have I seen the Gavin Newsome thing where he's not going to be for reparations? He's for everybody. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Now, what have we been saying for the last couple of years when it comes to specific things to Black people? They always want to include everybody when it comes to something that is specific to Black people. Now, if you've been following Dimitri and myself, we told you guys when it comes to the Democratic Party that it's a trick bag. If you look at the history of the Democratic Party is a party that was established on white supremacy. The Republicans too, but specifically the Democrats, that's white supremacy. They were the ones that broke away and started the Civil War because they wanted to keep Black people enslaved. And they wanted a system where the Black people are at the bottom. And we know the historical facts of how the Blacks went from Republican to Democrat and all this other stuff, because they figured out a way using hardcore propaganda how to make Black people vote for them 98% of their population and yet keep them oppressed. It's easy to say, oh, look at the Republicans. Look over here. They got you looking over here while they're stabbing you in the back over here. You're looking there, but they're stabbing you here. So all these people are upset. And I was just like, wait a minute. What's the big surprise here? We told you. You got these other groups, the buffer class that they're importing into this country. You got the buffer class coming in and trying to dilute the thing. If you start a task force, Gavin Newsome, the governor of California, he's the one that started this task force. You start the task force. This task force, ladies and gentlemen, that don't understand, is specifically to address ADOS, African descendant of slaves. So when the Mexican comes in and he goes, well, what about us? When the Asian comes in and goes, well, what about us? And the whites come in and say, what about us? And all this other stuff. No. That's when you start a task force specifically for Hispanics. You start a task force specifically for Asians. It addresses those issues. Right now, this task force is supposed to address Black issues. But what did we tell you? You guys think Republicans are bad? At least with the Republicans, they tell you straight to your face, no, we're not going to do that. What, y'all want some money? Nah, hell no. No, I'll be damned. That's a direct Joe Biden quote. I will be damned if my children have to go to school with Black kids. That's paraphrasing quote. Sorry, let me say that. A paraphrasing quote. Now, all of my friends out there who are, give Joe Biden some time. The Democrats are going to do this. Democrats are going to do this. I said, when this thing was formed, if the Democrats, California is a Democratic state, you can put all the Republicans together to vote. It won't matter here. Democrats run the state. Now, you mean to tell me a state that is super Democrat, super liberal, they can give illegals housing, money, you name it, food, you name it, to bring those people here, all the other groups. They can found housing for Ukrainians and all this other stuff. But when it comes to the group that supports them 98% of their community, nothing. Now, I said, this is going to tell you guys, all you Joe Biden butt kissers and all you Democrat bootlickers, about the Democratic Party, because it makes no sense that a party that is supposed to be your party, the party that you support, can't pass a bill specific to address Black people's economic situation here in the state of California. As California goes, so does the rest of the nation. Please explain this to me, you Biden butt kissers and you Democratic shills. Where's the Black leadership? Have you heard anything from the CBC? Has the CBC said anything in regards to what the governor, Gavin Newsome, had said? This is a task force that he set up. But do you see how they play with your mind? They get your hopes up just to crush you. And when you get crushed, some of us fall into despair. But just like my brother Phil Scott says, we didn't have a check yesterday. We didn't have a check last week. We didn't have a check last month. We didn't have a check last year. We didn't have a check 10 years ago. So what's changed for us? You're going to sit your ass over here and expect to wait for a check that obviously is not going to come. Not saying that we shouldn't get reparations and we shouldn't keep continually to push for it. But what we need to do is get these CBC people. We need to disband the Congressional Black Caucus. We need to get politicians in there that is going to run our agenda. As simple as that. These baby boomers, these useless people, not a word from Maxine Waters, but she was first to text about the Ukrainians and all this other stuff, the LGBTQ, all of these other groups that don't matter. In a country where the majority rules, Black people who are almost a eighth of this country in number, we can't get anything done, though we have Black people in influential positions in places. Please, somebody, please explain to me in the liberal state of California, how is it Black people cannot get a reparations task force and a so-called liberal governor who will give the LGBTQ, Asians, illegals, dreamers, all of these benefits, but all of a sudden he's like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. If this doesn't tell you what the Democratic Party is about, if this hasn't woke you up about the Democratic Party, what will? What will? I'm not telling you to be a Republican. That isn't what I'm saying. Politics is about power, nothing more. You would be a damn fool as a Black person right now, not just in California, all across the nation, to give your vote to a party that doesn't give a damn about you and is trying to replace you. That is facts. That is facts. This task force recommendation hasn't even made it to this man's desk. And he said, ain't going to do it. We got to address all of California's issues. You see what I'm saying? Every time it's a specific Black issue, it's an all issue. And we know, just like affirmative action, when you let other groups into it, the least likely person to benefit from it are Black people. And you got some Negroes out here who think programs, government programs, is the solution and a form of reparations. No, it's not. If the programs are so damn successful, Section 8 housing is a program. How's that working out for you? They had public housing. How is that working out? That's a damn nightmare. You got the food stamp program. How is that working out for you? The very people that can starve you and house you are the same exact people that can starve and make you homeless. What is going on in America right now? Specific to Black people. The Democratic Party in California, this is where I live, California. In California, the number one group of homelessness is Black women. I'm sorry. No. Scratch that. Mine's going too fast. The number one homeless group is Black people in California. Half of the nation's homeless is Black people. The number one evicted group of people is Black women and their children. Explain that to me. We've been ringing the alarm for a very, very long time, you guys. When are you guys going to wake up? Hey, Moni, thank you again for my birthday wishes. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, I stayed home. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go to the strip club. I didn't do any of that. I stayed home, so I didn't do anything. But thank you very much as well. Overcast here today, so it's kind of cold. But I wanted to get on here real quick. And I'm asking, where's Kamala Harris? Where's Ketanji Brown? Where's Maxine Waters? Where's Barbara Lee? Where are these black? Where's Jimbo Clyburn? Where are all these people? Cory Booker, all of these black leaders. They should be pissed right now, and they should say, you know what? We're not voting nothing Democratic until we get what we need to get. But they're not going to do that because they are about themselves. They're not about the black agenda. So I'm not here to gloat and say, I told you so, because I know what's going on. I'm outside of the matrix. I woke up. For those of you guys that have not seen the Matrix, I want you to go see. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you've seen it, go see it again. And I want you to look at it this time and think of yourself when Neo was shown the real world and how it really operates. Look at it this time and see where you're at in this world and see how it operates. Moni says, I couldn't agree with you more. You are absolutely correct. You can't trust the white supremacy people ever. Ill Will says, black faces in high places don't mean nothing. Exactly. They are worried about illegal immigrants hoping to get a vote. Well, you know, Ill Will, I think it's even more than that. They want the illegals here to replace us. They said these Negroes, we ain't producing, as in our population is stagnant. They're going to bring a group of people here who just want to work for $3 an hour and all this other stuff and send the money back to Mexico or wherever they come from. And they're going to outwork us. That's just the fact. They're just tired of dealing with us. They are tired of dealing with us. They're making money on this by putting us in prison. They have not yet repealed the 1995 crime bill authored by Joe Biden, which incentivizes states to lock up people for the pettiest of crimes to keep a 90% incarceration rate so that the private prison industrial complex makes a profit. That's exactly what's happening. But my question is, where's our black boule? Where's our stroll into the polls people? Where are these people that are misleading our people? Where are they at? But you guys were telling me, give him some time. Oh, don't worry about it. You know, hey, Joe Biden, he's for black people. He's this, that. We told you. Gavin Newsome, Mr. Liberal. Mr. Liberal. Gavin Newsome, transgender, marriage equality, all of this stuff. Wait a minute, black people? Oh, wait. No, all. We got to do all. Everybody. Nope. When it comes to everybody. This was a specific task force to address inequality and reparations for black people. Reparations cannot be a program. It cannot. Reparations has been defined. It is a monetary reward or compensation for a wrong. Why it is defined like that is I have a high education. So giving me free education is not going to benefit me. So that would leave me out of the reparations thing, and I'm a descendant. Giving me free housing is not reparations because I already have a house. Yes, there's a lot of people that don't have a house, but I'm gonna get to this point. But I'm saying we are just so weak-minded in how we think. We love the symbolism. If you were getting the $1.6 million that the task force has recommended, you could buy your own house. You could buy your own education. You can buy whatever it is you need to be successful in this country. That's why reparations cannot be a program. Period. It was says I'm the bad guy. Exactly. I'm always the bad guy. I'm always the bad. It was also says, if they are so industrious, how come they didn't build their homeland? Black Americans created inventions while in bondage. Exactly. And then it was with this buffer class that has come in. These people have come in here, and I'm with you on that. you know, and nothing against my Haitians brothers, because I'm for the diaspora, but you do not do your, and all these Africans that have come here, do not come to my country and tell me what's wrong with Black people when Nigeria is so great, Haiti is so great. You guys are running from your country, letting the white people take all that over. We are the only group in the diaspora, the African diaspora, that fights white supremacy every day. We fight it every day, brothers. It is so crazy. So all of you Democratic Black hopefuls that love the Democratic Party, and you know, and if that's what you want to do, you do that, because you got a lot of CBC members that are getting that bag. They don't give a damn about you. This literally shows you what the Democratic Party thinks of Black people, and you got to give it to them. You have to be a good propagandist to make your open enemy support you 98% of their community and get their vote. And all you got to do is give them a little food stamps, legalize a little weed so they can continue to destroy themselves, all of that other stuff, and they'll vote for you. You could be an outright racist like Joe Biden, and they think that you're the next Obama. It is crazy, crazy. But I didn't want to be on here too long. Moni says, how about Soylent Green, the movie? Yep. Charlton Heston, Edgar G. Robinson, greatest movie of all times. You need to show, cuz this is futuristic and what is coming. Exactly. And what was Soylent Green? Soylent Green, if I remember the movie right, and I still have it in my archive, was dead bodies. They were eating human bodies. That was the Soylent Green. They were taking dead bodies and turning it into a product for people to consume. And that might be on the horizon. So Moni says, I will no longer be voting ever after Barack because I do not agree with the hidden agenda that's being forced into the Black community. So it is a no vote for me for life, unless we're getting tangibles. And that's, Moni, that is exactly why we need to keep speaking up. We need to keep fighting. And and I know people get tired of fighting. What do I mean by fighting? By educating our people, because sometimes they have to see it to believe it. And this is an example of seeing it to believe it. Hey, Miss Rain, anybody seeing what Gavin Newsome just did? He just 2 years of studying something that he created. He's like, oh, no. We got to do all. We're not falling for that. This generation is not the baby boomer generation. I'm a Generation Xer. There's a Generation Y. And then you got the millennials. They're not falling for this bullshit. Everybody else gets cash reparations, but Black people can't, because it was estimated at $1.6 million, which is a good start. That's a good down payment. Thank you, Rain. Thank you I enjoyed my birthday. I stayed home and I stayed out of trouble. So, and then I had some medical appointments. I'm getting old. But, am I disappointed at this? No, I'm not surprised. We've been telling you guys, and I'm not just trying to told you guys. No, it's just the fact that we need you guys to wake up. Once we are awake, enough of us are awake, then we can start electing people to do some stuff and really do for our people. Belinda Renee says, Gavin Newsom's a joke. He had a lot of Black people fooled. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what the sad thing is, Belinda? That baby boomer generation, they're going to stick with Gavin Newsom. Know what? You want to know why? Because they got theirs. And think about it this way, Belinda, and everybody listening to me. Do not be hating on the baby boomers. People think that I hate on the baby boomers. That's far from the truth when it comes to me. The very people that benefited from the civil rights movement are the people that fought it. They fought for what they got today. You can't take that away from them. So my problem with the baby boomers today is they refuse to help us and guide us so that we can fight for ourselves and our place in the world. So since they're not going to help us, we've got to come to the realization we have to fight just like they did for what we want in this world. So let's not hate on the baby boomers. We hate that they don't want to give us their wisdom. They don't want to give us their guidance. And again, they had their day. But I've got a 70-year-old woman who's supposed to be a pastor, and she's doctor this and doctor that, running around with a blonde wig on her head, still trying to compete with no man at home. We got a lot of problems in our community. So again, before I get out of here, so Moni says, so I say, if they're so tired of us, why not give us our reparation and let us leave their country? What a predicament is when the least expect they going to be is pay us. Exactly. I'm not leaving here without my check. I'm sorry. I will become a problem before I leave here without what is going on, what I'm owed. But that's the thing with the baby boomers. They refuse to give us their wisdom and their knowledge. They would rather criticize us and tell us, what's wrong with y'all? But the sad thing is, because they won't give us their knowledge and their experience, everything that they work for, that nice big house that grandpa got, and Miss Lee got, that nice house that they work for, they give it to their grandkids, and the grandkids don't know a thing about paying property tax, and it gets lost or it gets sold. And guess who's buying it? The buffer class. There are more Asian landlords in my community where I live than anything else now. They don't live in the community, but they own it. Soon as Big Mama dies, the younger generation, because they don't know any better, sells the house. They sell the house. Rain, what do you mean you're not leaving America, period? We are going to Japan. We're going to be taking trips to Europe. We're going to be going down to Africa. What are you talking about? We're going to Australia. We're going to be traveling. So again, you guys, my name is Donovan Sadiq. I am a contributing producer on the Demetra K Show, Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please join us for this because this is a big hot topic. A lot of people are upset. But again, there's nothing to be upset about. You didn't have a check yesterday. You didn't have a check last week. You didn't have a check 30 years ago. The thing is, we've got to continue to keep fighting and moving forward. But I'm just going to say this, and I'm not going to gloat, but I think I need to gloat a little bit. We told you. We told you. It is not the Republicans that's the problem within the Black community in the modern age. It's the Democratic Party. Hello, Pam's Way. How you doing? I got that thing you sent me. Very, very interesting. Very, very. I'm still kind of going over it a little bit too. So very, very interesting. So you guys, again, join me on Sundays for the Demetra K Show. And we do a podcast broadcast on Tuesdays. So just check us out over there and we will see you again. Rain, I'm taking you. That's what I'm saying. You're leaving. We are going. Hawaii, even though that's still in the United States. But I'm taking Guam. We can go to Guam. That's United States territory. So you're leaving the United States. All right, you guys, have a great day. Be safe. And again, keep your ears to the street. The Republicans, white supremacy overall is our enemy. And in the white supremacy diaspora, Republican and Democrat. But the Democrats, in my opinion, is more lethal to the Black community than the Republican Party. Have a good one, you guys.